and met the father and head of the Zuludo family. He graciously thanked you all for your aid to his son and gave you all a healthy purse of gold. Um, that would basically cover any possible expense during your time here as soon as. He also made sure that you guys would be well taken care of during your stay here. But during your interaction, he did find a kind of a resemblance that he couldn't quite place on you and Nika until he kind of connected the dots after seeing the locket around your neck. He recalled a melody that brought back to memory of a lullaby your father sang to you as a little girl. The lyrics, though, that you recalled were a little bit different than the ones that Ludo remembered. And, after working on it and trying to recall it from memory for so long, you had to take a break and seek to what you guys originally came to the city for, to talk to the queens about the events going on in the north and the whereabouts of one of the relics of Merlin that you need to collect in order to stop the Forgotten. And upon meeting the queens, but you would later, I'm sorry, Anika would then later decide to come back that evening to trying to finish up the rest of the wording of the songs that she couldn't recall. After you met with the Ludo family, you met with Saray, and she arranged an audience with the queens, and you all immediately started learning details about the orcs horde to the north under the chieftain Thruk Doomhammer. And I went ahead and, I know you guys haven't seen them yet, but I went ahead and I think added them to your guys' handouts. Let me see here. Just so you kind of have a face to the name. But he has a different name in his real artwork, but I would just butcher that lore to death if I try to assimilate it here. So I don't want to do that. But anyways, so you guys learned about Thruk Doomhammer defeating the last rival clan in the north. Their chieftain Bruco Stormcaller, and now his whole clan has fallen under Thruk's command. With now no orc clan to oppose him, Thruk is amassing an army a size of what Mythanor has not seen for hundreds of years. The only grace is that it seems that Thruk is not only interested in uniting the clans, but finding something that would build a bridge back to the City of Giants, or at least that's what everyone is hoping for as to why they have not already made an attack against Mythanor. You shared the rumors that Newa shared with you about the creature described that matches the Hydra monster Udra. This deadly Hydra has made her lair up in the crags in one of the few rivers that kind of winds and spider webs throughout the crags. There are three, she'll talk to you about the river and then how it makes a home in the river. Let's see here. And basically how it hunts along those rivers, because it's one of the few places where water can be found that offers kind of sustenance. So it kind of draws all sorts of critters and humans or orc alike to the for water. So that's where you learned about Udra's whereabouts. And then the queens gave you a mirror to speak with the leaders of Espa, Dahlenberg, and Erosia. This mirror, you can make a call as many times as you like a day to one of the places that has a mirror, or someone else that has a similarly enchanted mirror. But you can only do it for 1 minute from protection from scrying and eavesdropping on your call. But once you're outside of that minute, it's the protection from prying eyes and ears starts to kind of diminish. You guys then made preparations to head out north in the morning, and you were enjoying an evening of food and drink. As Anika went back to study and practice or try to uncover her memories or thoughts of the song, with Faye's help as well. I'm sorry, I forgot to mention that Faye, you were with her when you went back there. And the three of you stay up late that evening with Ludo kind of making tea and bringing fresh drinks and nibbly dibblies for you guys to enjoy as you kind of practice songs and try to different kind of lyrics and rhyming combinations that kind of spark any kind of memory. And the rest of you all are at the bar in where you guys had made set up rooms for the evening. And as you guys are all kind of winding down and getting ready to retire for the evening, before I forget, did anyone already retire to their bedroom at this point, or is it all four of you still at the bar?
I'm still there.
What time of day is it?
This is at the evening. This is like you guys were going to getting ready to go to bed. Here is what happened.
But is it Joseph's bedtime?
Yes. Is it Joseph's bedtime?
Is it Joseph's bedtime?
It is Joseph's bedtime. Yes.
Okay.
So I'll let you decide, Joseph, if you would you be in your room or with the others. Either way, where we left off last time is that an elf, hobgoblin, and a human approached you across the bar, looking at all of you, but eventually narrowing down on you, Cronus, and the group was requesting you to, if you were hiring still, looking for more mercenaries to head up north to seek out something that was that someone's offering quite a big payday on. At this point, everyone that is down there at the table, I'm going to say, go ahead and roll me a. How'd your characters react, I guess, to that? And what I'm trying to do here is roll like an insight of check. What he's down after he's saying this, he kind of hints a sense of confusion, and he's a little worried he might have said too much. Before you guys have responded, he's got that little bit of nervousness to him. So he's kind of doing an insight check to make sure that you guys are who he's looking for. He's trying to make sure.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if he thinks that Cronus is somebody different. Almost. If that makes sense.
Well, no, I'm sorry, you don't have to make a roll for that, Lauren. You would pick up that. Yeah, he thinks Cronus is someone he's looking for.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of what I was
Oh
getting at.
man, Joseph, I'm so sorry. I did not update your artwork yet, man. I meant to do that before we hopped on tonight. Oh man, sorry about that. I will try to do that before we go into, a battle map or something. So you're trying to pick up that so you are definitely on track and picking up that message. What is if you are trying to keep like a poker face, I guess let me see this. Ask the Bart, Cronus, and Josel, and you too, Lorna. Are you guys trying to keep like a poker face, like not be caught off guard? Are you trying to be like, oh, okay, this is let's like play along, or are you just like, are you trying to contain? How are you trying to contain yourself right now, or present yourself?
Lorna.
Yes.
Go ahead.
You go ahead.
No, go.
No, you.
Go.
I can wait here all night.
God damn it, Lorna.
This
yeah.
reminds me of those chickmunks.
Right.
I insist. No.
No, go ahead. No, you go ahead. Lorna's probably trying to keep a relatively still face, but she probably raised an eyebrow and looked at Cronus.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's not too. That's nothing that I don't think they would read too heavily, but I'll take that into consideration when he does his insight check.
Yeah.
I'm going to basically assign a DC based off what you guys tell me how you're reacting to the information.
Yeah.
And roll against that.
Cool.
So, how are you trying to? What's your body language reading, Bart? Or what would you like to kind of do?
He's very calm, got the smile on his face, trying to be amiable, but he clearly one hand is on the sword hilt.
Okay. Joseph, what are you doing, sir?
Hmm. He'll just be staring at them.
Okay. And last but not least, Cronus, what would you have? I mean, just body language right now, but you will have a chance to respond for sure.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go with. I'm not even gonna make eye contact with him, and I'm gonna tell him that it's been a long day, and come back and talk to me tomorrow.
Okay. Let's see. Are you sure? We already know that we're running late behind. What time do you want to see us in the morning? We'd like to have as soon as possible. We really do apologize to Kuru. We were, got held up in the West and couldn't get here as soon as we'd like.
Well, seeing as now this is all, I'm still not making eye contact with him.
Okay.
But it's pretty much going to be like, seeing as you're waiting on me, you'll wait on me tomorrow.
Okay. Real quick, I'm going to finish that roll against that DC from your guys' all responses, which I thought was excellent. So I'll give it a decent one. Oh, wow. Okay. You guys didn't have to do shit with that natural one, but I still loved what you guys put together. That's awful. Hopefully that's just getting that out of the way, please. He'll nod and he'll kind of look turn around and so did you tell him when to return, or that you would just come seeking them, or?
Nope. I gave them zero information.
We'll be back. Be back in the morning, and we will wait to not disturb you then. And he'll turn around and rejoin the hobgoblin and wood elf he entered with, and they kind of leave the bar as quick as possible. But it does catch the eyes of some of the off-duty guards that I had mentioned were at the bar the previous session too. That they're like, well, they just come in and leave. That's kind of the reaction they get, but nothing for them to kind of note or investigate further. They just kind of go back to their drinks and enjoying themselves. What would you guys like to do before you at the table?
That was weird.
So, they paint houses. They paint houses, Cronus.
What?
And that, as I'm going to pay, I just put it in the chat, is the name that they called you, Cronus.
He's asking. Wait, I don't think anyone else in the party is a rogue, so no one understands thieves' cant.
Nope.
He'll just. He said the guards are on their way to the table, correct?
I think he just said that they were just all keeping an eye out now.
No. The guards are the guards are at another table. They're back to their drinks and not really paying any mind to you and your group.
Oh, okay. I'm asking if they paint houses.
I mean,
Oh, you want to ask who paints what? I'm not understanding.
I don't think they actually paint
It's
houses there.
above the table. Asking if you paint houses was mob speak for, are you a killer?
Oh, gotcha. Okay, I'm gonna let you guys go
And
back into it. I'm sorry, I'm ruining it then for you. You guys go to it.
Yeah, but I don't think anyone else speaks thieves' cant, so he'll explain it later because he doesn't want the guards to be like drawn in like, oh, are they killers? Killers, you say? You know, that kind of thing.
Oh,
We all killers.
I mean, you're not
Yeah.
wrong.
Well,
Murder's a
But if
really
they are-
gray area in this case.
because if they do paint houses, they might do their own carpentry, and we need to know about that.
Lorna just turns and looks at him. I didn't really see that they had any paint smudges or paint cans with them. I don't think they do carpentry either.
I forget some of you aren't criminals. Okay.
No, I'm quite the opposite of
So-
a criminal, but sure.
So he'll take out his dagger and like kind of nick his finger a bit and rub it on the table. They paint houses.
Oh. Oh, maybe? You know, I wonder who this person was that they were speaking of.
There's some off chance. Do I recognize the name?
No, I'm sorry. You do not recognize that name.
Okay, so do we want to try and bring them with and try and get them to lead us to where? No, but they think you're somebody.
They want us
Shit.
to lead them somewhere.
I mean, they did say they want to go up north, right? So it might work out.
I mean, we could use them as meat shields for the Hydra when we get there, but I still don't know if that's a good idea.
But how long will it take for them to realize we're not who we say we are?
I mean, I can be a bit of an asshole when need be, so
True. And I mean, there's 6 of us and 2 of them, so
Could tail them if you want. See where they're spending the night.
that too. Should we risk asking the guards who this Dokuro is?
I mean, that's actually a pretty good idea.
Because out of character, what have we heard about Dragonborns in this city? Because I do remember that there was an army that moved out to the north.
So, mercenaries under the guise of refugees have come into the city of Sunos and have basically recruited others who are looking to make a massive fortune in their efforts to find what is through looking for the seed of Torek. Others are being hired out to join the military ranks to kind of grow the army and really be able to take on Mythanor or their final assault into Erosia. Dragonborns you have come across are pretty rare out in the world, but you see them here and there. They're historically, is from you guys have known from research and stuff like that. You know that the largest kind of what you would call living like communities of them would be clans and stuff that are in Novos in the northeast in the lands of Yesnid. Otherwise, Dragonborns are kind of a rare sighting outside in Twal in the west.
Yeah.
But no, because I would say Cronus. I'm not saying that there's not any in here, but you've not seen any Dragonborns here since your time here in Sunos, because I would just say Cronus is on
Yeah.
high alert because I don't think you've ever met another Dragonborn besides that one time, right, Cronus?
I mean, the council, there was a Dragonborn.
Oh, that's true. Okay, well then.
But still rare.
Outside of that, I still think that's the only one.
The soothsayer and the pirates of
okay,
Shipwreck
yeah. So
Cove.
two.
She was a Dragonborn too.
Okay, so okay. So
I wouldn't say super rare, but definitely uncommon.
Yeah. Okay, so wrong accent. Maybe we should ask the guards who this person is. But then that might lead to the council hearing and the queens and all that shit, so maybe not.
No, I got an idea.
Okay.
I'm just gonna stand up and walk over to the table of guards.
Okay.
And then pretty
ahead.
much just throw the question out of is the name Dukuro sound familiar?
So you walk up to the guards that are enjoying themselves, and as you walk up, they're pretty well sloshed, and you can kind of smell the wines and the ales that they've been drinking all night. And when you first walk up to them, they the one that kind of sees you at first kind of reacts real quick, like takes a quick double take. He's like, "Oh my god!" Like he thought he recognized you for a moment, and you can see he's just slurring his speech and kind of it's that thing where you're like surprised, and you're almost like you're surprised, but then you're like, "Oh, I know what I already knew what it was." Like before you got overtaken by the emotion. So he will address you like. In your question was, what was your exact question, Cronus?
Is the name Dukuro familiar?
Sakura, and he'll kind of look back to you again, trying to kind of form sentences, and say, "For a second, I thought you were him, until you're a little smaller and don't have nearly as many tattoos." Which, by the way, Chris, what tattoos do you currently have that are very visible on your person?
None.
Okay, so yeah, he is a little bigger than you and quite a few more tattoos. And I would have thought you were him. And then the other drunk guard's like, "Nah, he's missing that one necklace that guy was wearing before we ran him out of here." Before him and the others kind of left with him. He's traveling with he was traveling with kind of a motley crew of different folks. There was a half orc that was actually traveling alongside of him. And he'll also report, kind of mention, like, there was this half orc and kobold and this half elf that was also traveling with them. And he'll say, "You're about a couple sizes smaller, but you sure kind of have that same look about you. Without tattoos, but you also don't have that weird necklace that that he always wore around too. You just kind of, I don't see how you guys could confuse the two of you. I guess if you didn't know who Dukuru really was, or in a quick glance, probably yeah, you just say he could confuse you at a quick glance with Dukuru. He goes, and I guess I'll ask you, why? Is it that he's back? I guess.
I mean, if I'm asking you kind of who he is, how the hell would I know if he was here?
Good point. Well, I guess we need to sober up and kind of report this back. And then, do you know, or where did you hear about Takuro from? And perhaps we can kind of nip this in the bud before we kind of start infiltrating here again.
Man. So like this table, like on a scale of 1 to 10, how drunk did they appear to be?
They are wasted.
Okay, so anything I tell them, I'm probably not going to make it back to anybody of importance.
They are pretty. Yeah, they're talking about heading back, like to sober up, but they really haven't gotten up from the table. It's just it's a thought right now that they don't have the energy to muster at the moment. But yes, you get the impression they're fairly intoxicated.
All right. Well, I will thank them for the information, and I'm going to take a step outside and go find a guard because those guards
Okay.
are still unhelpful.
All right. Pretty late evening, but you could go outside and probably find a guard on patrol in about 15 minutes of kind of roaming the streets to try to find someone. You will find another half-elf guard wearing purple tabards and flags upon her armor, and she'll address you as you approach her. And she'll say, well, what can I help you at this time of the night?
How would you like to arrest some of Darkuro's men?
The Dragonborn turning on Takuro. I thought you all Dragonborns kind of had a bond between you all.
I mean, I wouldn't know.
Interesting. I'm sure my captain would be very impressed if we could capture or arrest a few of Takuro's men that have managed to not get extinguished out of Sunos since we ousted the other mercenaries that Takuro had found and gotten in already.
There's going to be 3 of them that are planning on meeting me in the morning.
Whereabouts? Where are you staying, or where in the morning?
No, what the hell's the name of the place we're staying at?
You know what? I don't know if I've ever given it to you.
Generic inn.
I feel like that place over there.
You know,
That's
I
the
don't feel
name
like
of
going
it.
back.
That place over there.
That somewhere yonder is the inn that you are staying at, and I'll go find it in my notes another time. But yeah, you'll be able to tell them where you're staying.
Yeah, they'll be meeting us there in the morning.
Okay.
And then pretty much tell them what was it? It was a hobgoblin.
Hobgoblin, the elf, and the human. She will kind of mumble up to herself real quick. Just kind of what she think maybe her captain or an idea of. Do you want us to be inside, or do you want to have a guard on hand inside the tavern to arrest them as they arrive, or do you wish for us to surround the building and then come in after they've entered the premises?
You know what? Surround and then come in.
I'll give that suggestion to my captain. And you know, if he thinks that this news is worthy of following up on, then we shall have a then you shall see us in the morning. But it's up to my captain if he thinks this is a legitimate call or something he wants to pursue. But she seems eager and excited about the opportunity to kind of bring this in, like it might get her some benefits, some kudos at the office, if you will.
Yeah, promotion.
The
There you go.
they should have probably also arrested me at the same time, and then your captain can just pull me out for interrogation with like quotation marks, and then let me leave. So that way, if any information passes outside,
Wait, you want us to arrest you as well?
yes, and then let me go after I talk to your captain. That way, these
Please.
people continue to think that I am whoever I'm supposed to be.
Oh, they think you are Takuro.
Affiliated with them somehow.
I mean, the resemblance is not completely missing. I guess I could see how someone could fool you if they in the wrong light, or if they didn't really know you specifically. I mean, and then she'll just kind of like, yeah, that's. I mean, that's she'll end that thought there and just say, "You do look familiar, or looks somewhat similar." I imagine you've been getting a little grief here in town, and I'm sure others have probably kind of already attached your face to an earlier problem.
Yes, I've met the people of your city.
We will be by in the morning again to. I'll take this news to my captain, and hopefully we'll be able to meet you there in the morning and apprehend these men and see what they know about Takuro, or what why they think he's still here, at least.
Yep. And now I'll just turn around and walk away.
Okay. You just going back to the bar then, or the tavern?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What are the three of you doing as Cronus kind of walked out of the bar?
Josel is going to summon Ichabod and going to have him follow the three men.
Okay.
He's going to try to get information, like maybe listen in on conversations and get more information.
Okay. So you will see Ichabod. I imagine you're not sitting there immediately right after they just like walked away from your table. You waited a few minutes or something.
Yeah, wait
Just
a
send it
couple
out.
minutes. Yeah.
Yeah. But with Ichabod's excellent sight, I don't think it would be too difficult to track down three individuals that you just saw mere minutes ago. And Ichabod would be able to tail them back to a kind of on the edge of town location. It's not an inn or anything else that you've seen, like another person or another. It's not like a business establishment, but it seems to be of dwellings of nothing special home, just a ordinary home in the outskirts of the city. You see them kind of go in. There's already a fire lit, smoke coming out of the chimneys. It seems like there's people already inside the building. Ichabod could fly up to the window if you wish and look inside and see the three men talking to another, to a family there that are living kind of. Not really. I guess there's no kids, but a wife, or presumably a wife and husband there. They all seem to be sitting at the table and preparing to eat some dinner. And yeah, that's what Ichabod sees right now.
They didn't say anything along the way there.
Well, if you get close enough, let's see here. What would they say? You know what? You would hear one of them say. This one's coming from kind of has a little more barky, scratchy noise sound to it. His voice. I'm sorry. Let me take a drink of water, but I can't do voices at all tonight. My throat's all scratchy. You'll hear the hobgoblin kind of speak to Mikkel. You know it's only his name's Mikkel because you'll hear him address him as Mikkel and say, "That's just saying that's quite strange. Why would Dekuro turn us away, especially if we're behind? Are you sure everything's on the up and up, or or do you think we need to kind of bail out of here?" Tagan will kind of speak up and say, "Ordak, you need to calm down and just trust Mikkel." And Mikkel will, before you finish, is going to snap back at Ordak. It's like, "Don't question me." He seems like he seems to be the same kind of arrogant asshole that they described that we were going to meet when we got here. At least he fits the bill there. And you hear just a little bit more back and forth like that. Just it seems like Mikkel obviously seems to be trusting, or at least thinks that Cronus truly is Dekuro. You see that Ordak thinks that things seem to be a little off. He seems a little bit hesitant to the situation, and Tegan seems to be kind of trying to keep the peace between the two and kind of following Mikkel's lead in this conversation as they walk back to this house.
Okay. Joseph will relay that information to the others, and he'll say that it's possible that we could turn them against each other. There seems to be a friction between two of them.
We could definitely try. I mean, what could we say? Like, did you relay, like, their whole conversation?
Yeah.
I mean, one of us could go up and say, like, it is really odd that, he was waiting for us for the night and kind of pull on that string. Like, we were waiting too for this. If we really wanted to get them fighting amongst each other. Why the fuck did Cronus go out?
I don't know.
Yeah. Maybe he got more potions for that. That would be fun. No. But I think I'm gonna grab another drink and wait for him to come back, and then should probably go to bed if we're supposed to meet them early. Ugh.
You guys can continue chatting as long as you like, but if you guys don't have anything else to say amongst each other, or we could always speed forward to Cronus's return. Anything that you want to say, Bart? Just when it's the three of you guys.
So what was that the other night when the two of yous went outside?
Me and Cronus?
Aye.
I mean, I was just going to check on him, and then some of those fuckers were being racist and saying mean things about the Dragonborn. But we let him go. And, we just went out walking. Sparred a bit. That's it. Why? What are you doing?
I went for a swim. The other two were getting drunk in here. Turns to Joseph. And where did you go?
I went to bed.
Like a smart man? We really should be getting to bed earlier, considering how much shit we're going to get up to in the near future.
Well, rest of you do. I'm a night owl.
Hmm. Shush. It's just a gif. It's fine.
Oh,
We were just sparring.
so as you guys are chit chatting and talking about the night before, a couple minutes later, Cronus will eventually return from his little catch of fresh air, kind of jaunt around the block, and you guys are kind of rejoined at the table. Yep. What would you like to do? Or
Joseph will explain what he heard, what those men said, along where they're staying.
Well, it's all good. We're all getting arrested tomorrow.
Say again.
did you say all of you, or just I? Because I just had remembered you just said just you. But if you meant the rest of you, we can just retcon that.
No, it's just me and them.
Me and the other guy.
Mm-hmm.
You okay? Got it.
Yeah, no, I plan on getting arrested with them.
Why?
So
Wait.
apparently,
Uh-huh.
the guard over there, the drunk ones, said I look like this Darkuru guy. So I'm assuming these people think that I'm this Darkuru guy, and then you just talked about, what you heard from them. So I arranged to get them arrested and me arrested, and then I'm gonna get let go. But because I'm getting arrested with them, they're still gonna think I am who I'm supposed to be. So we can still use that in the future.
Smart.
No. How do you know they're actually going to let you go?
Well, if they're
A
not,
blind faith.
then could pay you a nighttime visit.
True. I mean, sure. It's going to kind of put a wee bit of our plans back, but yeah, it's a good idea to get some information.
But it also lets the guard here get more information.
True. True.
And then also, didn't the drunk guard say something about Gokuru was with an elf, a half orc, and a hobgoblin and all that?
Yeah, he was explaining. Yeah, he said that he was kind of seen with a kind of a group of guys that they all apparently all got ran out of town with Dakuru.
And then Josel, aren't you happening to look for a group of individuals that is like a mixture of elf, hobgoblin, half orc?
No, half orc. No. It was a wood elf, a hobgoblin, a couple of humans. Man, let me
Yeah.
double check.
They were if they came out this way trying to find work, then there's a good chance that they may be with whoever this guy is that I'm getting confused for.
It's also possible that they could have split apart.
Possibly.
Got to. Do you want me to pull up my notes here, Josel? The last thing I had about where your guys were seen heading.
It was this city.
Yeah,
That was
I'm
literally
sure.
They
Yeah.
left they left the shit, I forgot the name of the the city. Manir? No, Manir. Anyway, they left that the city that Josel started at, and they're now supposed to be here.
Hmm. That would be a smart idea. But you think too much. Thinking too much, son. All they got left is each other.
Well, I don't really think they're on the run. I think they're just going around collecting things.
Mm-hmm.
They
Yeah,
don't
would you
necessarily.
know that you're after them, Josel? I don't know. Would you have been making any noise?
Hmm?
Like, I
Say
don't
what?
know if you've been like. I was curious, like in your before you joined the group, would you have tried to been putting out any kind of bounties or anything else like on?
Oh no, he wants to keep this as quiet as possible. He doesn't want them to
Gotcha,
know he's coming.
gotcha. Okay, fair enough. I just curious.
Because if they know he's coming, they're probably going to get ready for him, or they'll probably scatter and hide their trail, making it even harder for him. So no, he's going to try to keep it as quiet as possible.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
Okay.
Before Joseph goes to bed, he's going to take Cronus to the side, away from the group.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Go. Do you want me to put you guys in a separate channel?
That's fine. I'm sure no one's
Okay.
going to metagame. Joseph's going to talk to Cronus about the stuff that he stole from that family for him to help give him that information about these guys coming to this city. He's like, you still have that stuff that you stole.
Yes, I do. 25 gold worth of jewelry, a portrait, and a statue with the family crest. I think you gave him the iron box, a ruined jar, and a spyglass made of gold.
Does a spyglass work? Or is it just decorative?
I mean, I don't know. I just grabbed the damn thing. It's made of gold.
Yeah,
It
okay.
was looking out of a window, so I assume it works.
All right. Since you took on the appearance of one of the people I'm looking for, and since they were last seen here, you think you can plant these evidence somewhere where it will be seen by uh, the authorities?
I mean, possibly. I mean, I could, yes, but like, how would we make it known that it was this guy?
Oh, I see what you're saying. I'm connecting the dots. Are you saying like if you could find the guy that was maybe traveling to Kuro and planting the stolen object somehow? Where I don't actually. I'm sorry. No, you lost me.
He wants to try to see if he can make it reinforce the fact that these people, not these, the ones that Joseph was looking for, stole these items. And since they were last seen in this city, the items are found there. So it just makes it more evidence stacked against them.
You're talking about the people that you're trying to track down, though, correct? Because that's the people that you. So okay, so all right, I see what you're saying.
I have written down I disguised myself as a male human wearing large, heavy armor About 6'10", tan skin, and a shaved head.
Would appear to be the leader of the group, based off he was giving the commands.
I mean, problem is I have no way of looking like him right now because I gave Anika her hat back.
We could spread rumors.
I mean, but where do we put all this stuff?
Pawn shop. You could tell the merchant that you bought these things from. You could pose as this Dukuro person and say that you bought these items from these group of people.
From how it sounds, this guy's probably not the type of person that buys stuff.
Well, true, but it could be him pretending like he bought it when he stole it from these guys. Because you're not going to. I don't think this Dukuro is going to just announce that he stole this from someone.
You guys may do whatever you'd like to do. It sounds like a very difficult sell, though.
We'll figure something out before we leave town.
All right.
You guys want to think about that a little bit before we kind of go to the morning, or do you guys want to discuss some more plans or preparation for the morning? As of right now, it's just going to be the four of you waking up at the inn, and the guards are, as long as the captain sees Barrett in your claim, should have the guards there to kind of enter the purses as soon as these guys arrive to meet you, Kuro. Is there anything else before we kind of go to bedtime?
So in the morning, you guys need to be sitting at another table away from me.
You don't think that's going to cause suspicion among the three?
No, because I'll just tell them I told you guys to sit over there. So we can discuss what we need to.
All right.
And then that way, when they come in and arrest us, you guys aren't necessarily at the same table as us. Because if you guys are sitting with us, it wouldn't make sense not to arrest you guys as well.
I mean, yeah.
So,
You know what would be really good if we had like those earrings that we could talk to each other? That would have been great for this.
What the hell are y'all talking about?
You know, one of our friends, he had these earrings. I think he took them with him or gave them away, or I think we lost them on
No.
the pirate ship, actually.
yes,
That
the
was
pirates
fun.
took them after some of our acquaintances decided to attack the pirate ship.
Well, that was stupid of you.
Right?
What triggered this?
I can't remember. It's been such a long time.
They said the magic word.
Yeah.
They said, please? What?
I think it started with an S, I think. We love you.
Oh.
Yeah, either way, it'll all work out. Oh, I got it. If for some reason the guard don't come and arrest us, The first thing I'm going to have them do is I'll give them all this stuff and I'll have them go try to sell it and use the name of whatever that guy is.
I'm not
Ooh.
entirely sure what the guy's name is. I heard 2 names mentioned, but I don't know who was who.
You would have been able to pick up between the 3 of them. I would say with Ichabod eavesdropping and you kind of listening through Ichabod, you can kind of make out who was talking to who at the time. So who was addressing who was Mikkel, and you would be able to tell
The,
which one is who.
The guy that I was disguised as.
You disguise yourself as a human, correct?
Yes.
That would have been Mikkel. That was the human that you saw. Ordak is the hobgoblin that you saw through Ichabod's eyes. Josel.
He's
And-
talking about the person that Joseph was attacked, that he's chasing now.
Mhm.
The evil adventurers.
Okay, what are you trying to do with him now?
The thing is,
So- Just coming up with a secondary plan. So pretty much, does Josel know the name of that guy that I had disguised to rob the house?
Joseph only heard 2 names and he doesn't know whose names belongs to who. So he doesn't know that guy's name.
What were the 2 names?
Oh boy, let me look it up.
I will have to go to my notes as well, Josel. Yeah.
It's been so long.
If you have another thing, I can probably share what I have, but let's see here.
Story.
Just I don't have it in my notes here.
I know one of them starts with an S.
You got 2 of them that start with an S. Neither of them headed to Erosia. I want to say it was Maller and Cedrum.
Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah.
That's just coming from memory. And if you're okay, I'll highlight those and commit that to fact. I'm almost positive because we can talk about it offline. If it's not right, we can fix it as well. But because one was a paladin, I think, and that's why it sticks out to me. Okay. Okay. So, yeah, those were the names you recall. Anything else you 2 would like to discuss?
As the leadings into Josel. Did they see what the S word is?
What?
For what set him off?
No, we didn't.
Because that may or may not have been the result of something I had done when I visited the East.
What did you do in the East?
Something that must never see the light of day.
Were you a slaver?
No.
Then you're
Slaving
fine.
was never part of piracy.
Then you're fine.
Oh, okay then.
Was it slavery?
Okay then. Oh, I
Pretty sure
understand.
it was
I understand.
slavery.
Okay then.
I'm pretty sure pirates had slaves. They sold
Well-
slaves.
They sold slaves. They transported slaves.
Well, perhaps after I was gone.
That's true then.
Never allowed it in my ships. And then he'll look at Joseph, and he'll look at Cronus. Sassafras.
Kronos goes into a
Yes.
rage.
What
It's
you call me?
somehow somehow it's a generational like Manchurian candidate thing.
Yes, that is the word. Don't say that around the other two.
Sassafras. Real quick, do you guys want, if you would like, I can go ahead and let you guys stay in this channel and strategize a little bit about this coming morning if you would prefer, and then I'll move Anika and Fan to the other channel, and we'll kind of go over what's been happening with them.
Sure.
Or are you guys pretty well, resolved? I think, or it seems like there's some background plans that you're kind of thinking for a planting of something, and you guys seem like you're pretty close to a idea, but it seems like there's a few pieces missing. Do you guys want me to
And
move?
that's fine if you want to move me and Josel, or just leave us here or whatever.
Okay, I'll just move Anika and Faye down to the other. I mean,
Yeah. I can join
Yeah,
in
I'm
on my
gonna-
phone.
Oh, okay, that works.
Yep.
I'll move you guys in here. And
All right. Yeah. So my idea is pretty much put all that random shit in another bag.
here we.
Sorry, it has to be this one for the stream to hear.
That's great. And this is not going to be private. I just wanted to give them a chance. You can listen in.
I'm good.
Meg, I just wanted to
I'm not there.
not. Okay. So, Anika, you did spend your time kind of going back and working with Zalul throughout the evening. You and Faye and Zalul kind of worked into the late hours of the evening, trying to like just play with song, to really kind of just anything that would kind of get your memory going. And you got closer and closer throughout the evening. And you know what? Let's go ahead and just do. Whoops, why is that opening? Go ahead and let's do a history check.
I'm giving
Or-
you emboldening bond, which is a D4, and I'm also giving you guidance, which is another D4.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
28.
All right. 20. Okay. Yeah. That's really good. Let me open up your song here again.
Yeah, it's just kind of a shitty roll. Wait, why am I higher than that in the other things?
I mean, it's not too bad of a roll.
Yeah, it's a 12. Just have a good bonus. Bard. My lowest bonus is a 4. But also my cat's asleep on my lap, and she's so cute.
Going to whisper this to you, Anika. I would whisper it to you too, Faye, but I can't figure a way to do that real quick. All right, you've gotten really close. You would be able to start to remember these, but you're having a hard time remember the two of the rhymes of what remains in this, of this song. So let me go ahead and whisper this to you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's gonna format it horribly. Let me do it this way instead. So the stars are what you are not remembering. I'll go ahead and share this with you, Walls, because I imagine that you've been trying to sing me songs, and between you, bouncing these ideas off out loud. I imagine Faye would kind of figure out where you're left with the song too. Are you okay with that, or do you agree?
Yeah, that's fine.
So I'll send that to you, Walls. So you guys both are kind of on the same page of trying to figure out what the last bits of this song, or the lyrics to this kind of lullaby that seems to have an effect on Anika's locket. And you're welcome. We could. Is there anything you'd like to, or do you guys want to try to role play through that a little bit? Zoludo will just kind of be excited and say, "We're so close." And he seems to be really kind of hyper from all the caffeine and the tea. Caffeine is starting to not do so much for you and Faye as it was originally in the early hours of the evening.
So I think I know what the rhyme is.
What do you think it is?
Well, the first one, hear me out. And Anika's kind of bouncing up and down from caffeine withdrawals and caffeine in general. So if you go the right way, you're supposed to read the song. I have no idea. It's like, I don't know what the end of that word is, and I wouldn't know what the rhyme is. However, if you ignore that first line, and I put my arm over it, I imagine we have a whiteboard, even though we probably don't. So it might be a curtain.
You're pantomiming a whiteboard.
I'll just minor illusion one. I'll cover it with my arm.
There you go. Yes.
We both are minor illusion it. We have red dots connecting everything.
Yep. But I'll cover it with my arm. But if you look at the second line, the one that doesn't have the end of the word, right here is where you think about it. When you tell someone that, what is the last word of that sentence?
Right here is where you. I think I see what you're going for.
Right? And song and anymore don't really rhyme. However, I think it does. This one should. So, it's right here is where you belong. Right? Because, what other word goes there? So, first line. There are those who tell you this doesn't have an opposite to me. Exactly. So I'd minor illusion them in because I go to write and realize I don't have a pen, and also this isn't an actual board.
I had my minor illusion to add that.
Okay. Is there any other words we're missing? And all of the other minor illusion boards that we just keep upping whenever it runs out. Okay, I think this is good. And I'm going to play the song with those 2 words.
So what are the words that you're choosing?
I'm assuming the asterisk means that's where a word's missing.
Yes, that's correct.
So there are those that'll tell you you're wrong.
Okay.
But right here is where you belong.
There you go. So you'll be working on Blue will get excited. He goes, "That sounds right." And he seems to get just really energetic. He's like, "I think you got it."
And then I'll play the song from first words to last words.
All right. And let's see here. If you don't mind, if you're okay with it, I'll go ahead and play the song, just kind of through the lyrics to where your father was singing it. If that's cool with you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Go right ahead.
And then we won't listen to the whole thing. I won't try to bore you guys with the whole lengthy Freebird song. So you start trying to strum, or what instrument are you playing this on, Anika?
The lyre. or a harp,
Ooh.
a small harp.
Okay. So you kind of match the melody on the strings, and you will start to kind of sing a song that Zeludis kind of gets entranced by. Play one extra verse, but that you will remember after you start playing that, I think you would remember the entirety of the lullaby. But after you get through the first verse, and you the locket that you wear around your neck is constantly reacting, and you can hear kind of the different things and mechanisms that make up the interior of it to respond to the song. And it'll eventually open, revealing a picture of your mother that I'd love to work with you to pick out the perfect one. I imagine it would be someone that looks almost very identical to you, maybe a little bit older, with a few more years showing on her. But there's no denying that you are her daughter. It's a very spitting image. And you can totally see why Luda would be caught off guard by seeing you. Let me see here. What did you find in that bucket? I'm having a hard time finding it. I don't know what's going on. Okay, forgot. And then you will also see inside the locker, in addition to the picture of your mother, is a small inscription inside saying, "Follow your heart, and you are never lost." And there will be a very kind of small, like letter, and it's kind of folded into here multiple times, and almost as some kind of origami. And as you open it, you'll hear the faint memories that you have of your mother's voice. So the words kind of come across in her voice, and it'll just be a letter of just kind of love and remorse of having to let you go. But she refer to you as her little dewdrop, and will say, it breaks her heart to see you and your father have to leave, but is the only way to keep you safe from harm's way. After losing your uncle, Barnabas, or as you like to call him when you were a small baby, Barney, losing him, it seems that she describes her days of being younger with her group of friends, the ones that kind of Ludo said that saved him from his peril when you first met him. And we'll say that, when we lost your uncle Barney to your father, just didn't want you to be around this lifestyle, and I feared that the issues that we had gotten ourselves into might someday come back to haunt me and take you away from me. So rather than letting that happen, than you being ripped away from me, I could not be will never be able to withstand losing you. So with someone taking away, but at least if I know that your father's taking away, that you'll be safe and loved and cared for. Once I am able to, as soon as I'm able to take care of things, I will come find you again. And just as love forever and always, your mother. And yeah, it'd just be a loving letter back to, just kind of reaching out to you, that she still thinking about you, or at least she her last thoughts as you had to leave her. Let me see here. Is there anything you'd like to do or say, or anything that you want to ask me at this moment, out of character, or was there anything you'd like to do in character?
I think I just show the letter to Faye and then sit. A, coming down from a caffeine high, and B, trying to figure out what it meant. Because it's like too conflicting with what she grew up hearing about her mom and what apparently was happening. She's like, wait, what? Adventure uncle dying, huh?
So you grew up not knowing that?
No. I mean, I essentially grew up in a library. Like a really good library, but this whole leaving, going places thing wasn't really what was going to happen, and then things started happening, and now I'm here. Apparently, it was not what my parents wanted. And also, like, what was she doing? Why didn't she ever come? Is she in trouble?
I mean, reading it's possible, or maybe, I know it's a long shot, but you think she might have started looking for the artifacts as well?
I don't know. I don't know what she was doing. Although apparently rescuing people from ogres is one thing she was doing. I don't even know where there was. I don't know. I don't know a lot of things. This is concerning.
Have you ever thought of using that sending spell? Maybe see if you could get a hold of her?
I don't have it anymore because I used it to get the rangers near us, even though that wasn't necessary. And I don't know if having a picture of her would work, but it might work. If not, there's another one I could get, but then I need to spend money. But again, I have a lot of money, so that would work.
We could get a scroll in. I mean, worst thing is it doesn't go through.
I meant like scrying. That works too, right?
Scrying could work. I say get one of both, because my mom's chambers were protected by scrying. Maybe your mom might have hidden herself some similar way.
Possible. Anyway, I
How do
think
you feel?
that's
How
what.
are you feeling?
Tired. And I don't know a lot of things. That's one of the I don't knows. But also the tea's not working anymore.
True. Think we're all in search of answers now.
Yeah. I wish we don't really ever find them. Like, Joseph's looking for the people that nearly killed him. Same. Actually, no. I don't know where they are. I guess I think they were coming here. Lorna's. Lorna. She's got a whole lot of things. Most of which she keeps silent about. Cronus is the same way.
Yeah.
Bart's kind of open about what he's looking for.
Yeah, he's very open. Bart is a open book.
Yeah. Out of all of the people we've met, I kind of like him the best.
Same, he has good stories.
He does. And he's part of the Chaos crew, which is even more fun.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, I don't know.
Well, I say let's get some sleep. We did stay a bit later trying to figure this out. Maybe
Yeah.
we can tell them what we found out in the morning.
Yeah, Salute has made arrangements for you guys to be able to stay tonight, as it's really, really late in the evening, so you guys would be able to find a comfortable place to rest.
Plus, with the two of us not there, how likely is it they're going to get themselves into trouble?
I don't know.
I was
And it'll
joking,
be
but
fine.
wait, you think they'll actually get into trouble? I mean, come on, 9 out of the 10 times it's us, and the other time Lorna or Cronus has punched someone a little too early.
You're right. As long as we're not there, it'll be fine.
Unless it's the one time they punch someone too early.
You guys yawn and find yourselves finally asleep, unless there's anything else you guys want to discuss.
No.
I mean, Faye probably sneezes at some point in the night.
I wake up feeling like I should be offended and try to defend myself, but there's no one in the room, and I go back to sleep.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna move this back up to the top here.
Oh, we were still in a different channel. I didn't even realize.
Did I get everyone or forget anyone?
Yep.
Alright.
Okay, wait, which comment was that GIF about?
Oh, I think you know.
So, you wake up in the morning, Josel, Bart, well, I guess who's staying up, or like how are you trying? What time are you guys trying to wake up in the morning? The rest of you. You get a full rest. You'll have to at least sleep in till I would say 6.
Yeah.
And actually, I was even later than that. You were up fairly late when you were running around too. So like a full rest will probably put you around 7 o'clock in the morning at least. Faye and Anika, you guys would probably wake up a little bit after that and start making your way towards the where you stayed before. But I would imagine that would be after breakfast or a little bit later. So you guys probably wouldn't be like waking up till closer to like at least ready to like leave the Zludo estate to like closer to 8:30 probably.
Oh yeah, so we're probably going to miss the trouble. Or be right there and
Yeah.
just be like, wait, seriously?
Yes. So you guys, what would you guys like to do as you wake up in the morning, or what did you guys decide on any specific game plan?
Man, I was pretty much just gonna sit at the same table.
And I think the rest of us were sitting at a separate table, so we are not also under suspicion of arrest or wondered why we aren't being arrested.
Sure. All right. It's early morning again. It's a nice smell from the night of drinking and smoking from before. But you guys are served another exquisite meal. Those that are sitting at the table, as well as you, Cronus, you have something very pleasant to eat and drink. And you kind of play around with it, or you can do as you wish with the plate in front of you as you wait. And some time passes by, but eventually you will hear the door open. And it's about 8 o'clock by now. You've been up for about an hour, and everyone else is awake, correct?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Okay. And about 8 o'clock, you will see the door open up with a familiar patron from the night before, and you will see the human entering the establishment. He walks over to your table and kind of approaching you and noticing that you have a little bit more privacy this morning, and asks if he could sit down at your table, Cronus.
Yeah.
He kind of looks around the room and kind of try to keep his words as private as possible between the two of you. He goes, my associates are waiting for us to head out of town as soon as possible. Is there any way that we can leave sooner than later? It's of the utmost importance that we kind of get out of here as quickly as possible, leave the troubles we kind of ran into behind.
What about your other associates? Where are they at?
He's really go ahead and do an insight check real quick, Chris. Let me do this real quick. Okay. So he responds to you, Cronus, saying that he shifts in his seat a little bit, kind of giving you the what you can deduce as discomfort in your question. But he responds saying that they have our supplies and got our provisions ready this morning, so we can, in hopes that we will be heading out of town as soon as possible. First break, and they're prepared for the road ahead to head to the crags. We do intend to move out soon, right, Daruko? I mean, we are running behind schedule, correct?
I mean, the main group is ahead of us, yes, but sometimes it benefits lagging behind and picking up the trail.
Go ahead and make a deception check there, Cronus. He'll nod and he goes, "Perhaps I wasted your time then, or I meant no disrespect. I can't seem to tell if you where I exactly stand with you, Daruto. To be quite honest, it's a little off-put. He's just kind of like trying to size you up and figure out exactly who you are, who you say you are here. He's trying to feel you out right now. Well, do you know what our next steps will be? And at this point, you will hear the door open again as several guard students enter the establishment. You'll see about 5 of them, with one of the guards being the patrol woman that you met the night before to kind of report this incident too. And they try to approach you both like, Daruto, you're under arrest for crimes against the country, and you and your accomplices are going to be coming with us. Immediately, Mikhail kind of jumps up from his table and kind of frantically looks around the room to try to see if there's a way to get out of there. And he's going to make a mad dash for the stairs to lead to the upper floor of this establishment. He starts to sprint. What do you do, Cronus? Oh, and group, I guess, as the 3 of you also see all the guardsmen enter, and you will see this this human start to try to flee.
I feel like I need to
Also
make it
does nothing.
look realistic. So the guard that's right in front of me, like, can I notice if the dude that's running, if his back is like turned? Like he's not really like 100% paying attention. I would have to think like he's just trying to get away.
The
So I would say
the guy sitting across the table from you, he's kind of
trying to book it.
bolting. Yeah, he's up and trying to book it out of there. He's making a dash to get out of here. He just kind of, the front door's locked, so he's going to run upstairs and look for another exit.
Yeah, so I'm going to assume the place is actually surrounded. So to make it look realistic, I'm going to kind of like give that guard like kind of like a play shove, I guess. Not like, I don't want to like shove him like, way back, but make it like a little shove, like I'm going to make my way to the front door.
Okay. All right. So you kind of push off against them. There's a little look of confusion on the guard that you had met the night before, but she kind of pushes the guy back up onto his feet. Not that he's fallen off, but he had kind of got off balance a little bit from the shove. And she kind of corrects his stance. By the time she gets that together, you have already made your way up the stairs after the person, human that was kind of after Mikhail that was starting to flee the scenes. And the guardsmen start to chase after the 2 of you up the stairs as you kind of bolt over the railings, hopping over the banisters, and you just see Mikhail just hauling butt down the hall, kind of one of those frantic runs where it's not a pretty thing to look at. His arms and legs are just kind of trying to move as quickly and as rapidly as possible and give him that momentum to hoof it down this hallway.
So
he looks to be. Oh, go ahead.
I feel like Daroku's like in character thing would be better, or my self-preservation. So I would actually run by and like knock him over.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and do. Are you trying to actually shove him to the ground, or just kind of bump into him?
Kind of like give him like a hard shoulder check as I'm running by.
Okay, go ahead and
It'd
do
be
it.
one of those things of it's better him get caught than me.
Yeah. We don't even have to roll athletics check with you catching up from behind, and him kind of not probably prepared for that. in your strength, you'll be able to give him a decent shoulder check. Now, if you want him to actually try to like get thrown off, are you trying to slow him down to get caught by the guards? If you're
Yes.
trying to like disrupt him enough to do that, then we'll go ahead and we will probably need an athletics check against his athletics checks. If he's just going to be bouncing off the wall, that's not really anything.
Oh
to
no,
check
it'd be
against.
hard enough that he potentially like stumbles. Type
Gotcha.
Of thing.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead and do a dexterity, or sorry, athletics check for me, or acrobatics, whatever you prefer. Oh goodness, I don't think this is really worth trying, but let's see. Yep. So you shove him into the wall. He will kind of bounce off of it. You'll hear the pictures that are hanging on the wall kind of shatter a little bit of glass, and the table that's in the hallway kind of make that thud sound against the wooden floor. He kind of looks up to you, frustrated, looks back at the guard, and picks himself up and just starts to tail after you. But the guard have definitely caught up on him as you both are kind of making your way to the end of the hallway. You see 2 rooms at the end of you see a few rooms on the way down the hall, 3 left that you have not already passed, and a window open at the end of the hallway, leading into what you've seen before, the street, the alley between the tavern and the other building. What would you like to do?
We'll jump out the window.
Okay. Jump out the window, and you know what? Mikkel's not far behind you. Go ahead and make me an acrobatics check to see how you land. Well, you have slow fall. I'm sorry, you're a monk. You fall gracefully to the ground. Let me roll something for Mikkel. Crazy enough, I think Ordak would have been better at these rolls. Okay. He will try to run out after you, and he's gonna not hit the ground as graceful as you. In fact, he feels like he grab. You see him kind of grab at his ankle. He kind of lets the adrenaline take over him. He gets up, and he's definitely hurt from the fall, but he's still kind of trying to chuck it out there and get out. He's like, "Where do we head?" And he calls it to you. He goes, "Oh my goodness, I'm messing up your name now." Daruko, right? Sorry, Dakuro. Sorry, I don't know why I switched the name all of a sudden. Dakuro, where are we running, or where should we head? We got to get out of here.
I mean, I feel like you led them here.
Well, you shoved me out of the way like you had a plan.
No, I'm in it for myself now.
All right, and he just he'll shout to you like, "Follow me!" And he's gonna just run off, I guess, and start heading down the alley, just trying to flee the scene. Really, he doesn't really hesitate too much for you to see if you're following, but he's gonna run to the end of this hallway, take a look around the corner, and start to make a bolt for it down the main street to the left. What would you like to do?
I feel like the guard's really slacking on this around the place.
They're eating donuts.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and chase after him.
Okay. As you guys make it to the end of the alley, you will see up in the window the guards kind of shout out the window after you, calling out to others in the patrol. You'll see the what seems to be the captain grab his whistle and start to blow on it, and makes a loud noise that kind of echoes off the street walls as you guys are running, the buildings of the street as you're running away. You make it into the main street. He kind of loses his footing a little bit, sliding a bit on the gravel on the road, but he's able to keep his gait, and he continues to try to run through further ahead. As you try to keep up with him, you will both come across a wagon being kind of pushed across in front of your way, with different belongings and supplies of a merchant, kind of moving things between storage in his shop. Go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw to see to if you can avoid it. Okay. So Cronus, you quickly kind of catch it out of the corner of your eye, and you are able to just completely Spider-Man over this by jumping up, spreading, kind of doing a split in the air, and using your hands to kind of get you over the lip of the wagon. You kind of do the somersault over and continue your sprint down the street. Let's do a save for this for Mikkel real quick. And Mikkel, though, he runs right into this wagon, falling to the ground. At this point, he's lost a little bit of ground, and you will see some of the other guards that the captain had called for start to close in on him. Some patrolmen that have kind of joined into the chase, and others that are kind of on guard for any just a normal patrol responding to the captain's call. And he gets up from the ground and he continues to try to catch up with you. You're really outpacing him and pretty far ahead. But you guys continue to run along the streets. What do you do as you're leading the pack, if you will?
Do I see like other obstacles that might slow him down if he tries to follow me?
Yeah, I mean, you guys are currently running through several open air vendors and stuff that have their stuff on some kind of storefront or window to deal with customers on the street. So there's several things such as crates of supplies. There are carts and wagons to move the supplies, as well as just people that are congregating and kind of socializing as we're kind of getting as the town starts to wake up in the morning and everyone prepares for the day. Is there anything that you're looking for specifically or trying to find possibly?
Find the hardest path possible for him to follow me. Like, set him up for failure.
Yeah, let's see here. The most, besides running on the street and stuff and just trying to outrun him, the only other way to really kind of make you the path or the trek as difficult as possible would to be probably to start scaling or climbing the storefronts and climbing to the roofs of the building. So you would, if you'd like to try that, you could definitely try to scale the face of one of the storefronts and get to the roof. It's a smaller shop, so you could use that as a starting point to start getting to the roofs of the city.
I have an amazing idea. Let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and climb up.
So you go ahead and you run up to the wall. What are you doing up?
I'm going to go ahead and climb up.
Okay. Go ahead and do a athletics check. Okay. Using the store signage and different and the canopy top, it's not too difficult for you to kind of get yourself up to the first lip and then get yourself onto the roof edge to pull yourself up. Let's see how Mikkel does.
I would like to offer assistance, but I'm not going to be helpful with it.
Okay. He tries to jump up to grab onto the awning like you did to pull himself up, but he's not able to quite make the distance, and he kind of stumbles with it, falling to his rump. He gets back up, looks up to you, he goes, "We gotta split up. There's no way I can keep up." He goes, meet me in Ordak and Tegan outside of town. We'll be at the to the east of the first crossroads to the north." And he will just pick himself up using half his movement to kind of keep running down the street and try to get away from the guards. He'll say, I'm sorry, he'll refer to the place of, he'll tell you what place to, he'll say, shoot, let me pull it up, guys, if you don't mind with me. I do have a name for this one. Where is it? And he'll ask you guys to meet him at he'll ask you to kind of catch up with him at the Snuggly Duckling. What do you do?
At this point, has he like turned his back and like started running away from me?
Yeah, he's running away from you. He's not away from you. He's just running from that wall because he's kind of come to the resolve that there's no way he's going to make that jump and outrun these guards who are starting to really kind of catch up to him. The only thing he's got is his kind of his speed and his his squirreliness at the moment. That's really what's getting him by at the moment.
So, can I throw one of my darts at him, like, and aim for the legs?
Yeah, you totally could. Go for it if you would like to make a dagger. I would say because of his, especially since he went prone and is running away, you totally could. You're within normal range. Like you can roll just a straight attack roll with your dagger against him. So go ahead and do a attack roll if you'd like. 14 misses, and as the dagger kind of flies through the air towards his feet, it kind of clangs against the ground. It will catch his eye, the noise and stuff, but you'll see his head kind of respond to the noise, and he keeps running forward down the street. The guards are chasing after him. The one guard that is familiar or kind of you tipped off and gave the clue has finally caught up, and she is kind of fakingly pursuing you. She's starting to kind of bark commands at other guards to try to pursue you, but it's to keep up appearances because that's the main majority of the guards and captain are chasing after the man that you tipped them off after. What do you do? Are you sprinting across the roofs now? You could keep up pace with him still as he's fleeing this down the street, but he does not seem to be following you on the roof at the moment.
No. I'm gonna go ahead and just jump down to the guard that I tipped off, and just be like,
Okay.
the rest of them are at the, what was it, sleepy duckling?
The Snuggly.
Snuggly duckling, something
Yep.
like that. Like the rest are there, so, and that's where he's planning on going as well. So get some people there, and then go ahead and cuff me up, and you can take care of that. Just make it seem like you caught me or something.
She'll put the manacles on you and to keep up the ruse, and her and the other two guards will kind of take you back to where they first kind of came to arrest you, or do you want her to take you actually into booking and everything, like to the guards' quarters, and then release you there?
I feel like it'd be best to take me to the guards' quarters, so that way
Sure.
when they're arrested and I might be there, they could see that I had gotten caught.
Mm-hmm. Sure. So you will go ahead, and they will take you into the guards' quarter. And you, do you want to be in a cell then for now?
Yeah.
Okay, and they'll put you in a cell. At this point, let's go ahead and skip back over to the rest of the group. So Cronus and this person ran away. You heard the windows shatter. You saw the guards kind of flee the place and call after this person with a whistle. Is there anything you guys would like to do as the guards are reacting to all this and then we're kind of responding to the chase?
Lorna's gonna look like, oh no, somebody's fleeing, and she'll just take a drink. Like, yep, it's another
Joseph will
Friday morning.
Joseph will like put down 15 gold. It's like for the window.
Okay.
2.
Okay. So in Faye, it's kind of, things have settled down, and you guys will kind of make it back to the tavern. You'll see several more guard that on kind of patrol in the immediate area, and actually in a post that you've ever seen in this part of town before. So, I mean, you've only been here for 2 days, but this seems kind of excessive. And you'll be able to enter the tavern and see 3 familiar faces sitting at a table enjoying some early libations and drinking food. What else? What would you guys like to do?
As we get closer, I'm just gonna say, Anika, you see the broken window, right?
Good morning, you two. Glad you could finally make it.
This is the 10% chance of it happening, isn't it?
What are you talking about?
Okay, which one of you punched someone first without asking?
You know, I don't think we actually punched anybody.
I don't think Faye's allowed to say that after the dragon incident.
Right? You're not allowed. You have no
For
right to say
99%
that.
So
99% of the time, it's Faye and Anika's fault.
Aye.
so Lorna and Cronus were out last night. We got that squared away. Now what were you two doing out last night?
Right? Yeah, what were you two doing last night?
Well, we were working on the puzzle of the locket. We solved it, by the way.
Oh. Shit, and nothing blew up or anything like that?
Not this time.
That's good.
Wait, you expect every time we solve a puzzle there to something to blow up?
I mean, yeah, in our line of work, usually when there's puzzles, it's not a good thing. Most things are kind of trapped where we go, so I don't know.
So is this manufactured trouble? Trouble for fun? Like, why is there gold on the table? Because I just realized I've been talking into a muted mic for
Oh
like
no!
2 minutes. Why is there gold on the table? What did you do? And I'd like to point out it wasn't us.
We did nothing.
Huh?
Literally,
There are
we
more
did nothing.
guards.
Where's
Stretching gold on the
Cronus?
table. And where's our dragonborn?
Oh, he got arrested.
What part of that is nothing?
I mean,
It'll be fine.
yeah, he'll be fine.
Why
It's
was he
Cronus.
arrested?
Oh, he planned to
Do
get
we need to
arrested.
break him out?
No.
Wait.
Pretty sure
Do
he
you
can
know-
break himself out. If
Why did
wants
he
to.
Yeah.
plan to get arrested?
Oh, because he got mistaken for somebody else, and like some people were like, "Oh, like you should we'll come with you, and like we should head out now. Sorry, we're late." And he was like, "No, meet us back in the morning." And so then we're like, "Oh, let's like try and trap them." And so then he told the guards and blah blah. Yeah, lots of shit. It's fine.
That doesn't explain why he's arrested.
Because he wants to be like, oh yeah, this guy also got caught, and so then they're gonna reveal more stuff, and I don't know.
Then why didn't you just lead him into a trap? After
Because this
finding
was
out
the
the
trap.
stuff.
This was the trap. No,
But you
because
didn't
have-
learn anything.
No, that's the thing. The people are going to interrogate him, and then maybe we as the heroes go. Oh, maybe we as the heroes go and investigate. No, they saw the 4 of us, the 3 of us here. So no, you two are not very scary.
Fuck you, yes we are.
You can be
Yes,
scary
we
at
are.
times. You're very tiny, and you can get angry very fast. And
Yeah, we also ended up defeating the pirates. And other
Aye.
things.
what are you
And
talking
other
about
things,
pirates?
yes.
I don't know what you're. Sure.
We did.
Yeah, I
We
never
may or
brought
may
this
not
up.
have like double cross to double cross and all of these things, but we did it.
Eventually, we
use-
came out on top.
Did you defeat them using sassafras?
We got
Okay.
a giant evil bird to help us.
Yeah, so we made a deal with the evil bird to take out the pirates. He
Oh,
took out
yeah.
a lot, and then the evil bird was losing, so then we made a deal with the pirate.
Oh yeah, I
We
have seen
ended
those
up in Espa.
feathers.
All right, they're
Yeah,
not
same.
coated. It's fine.
What?
Nothing.
They're not
Well,
improved.
actually, it is something to worry about, but later on.
Oh,
If they told you it was sassafras, they lied to you.
yep. Totally that. Okay, so I mean, we just maybe have to wait for a bit. Maybe one of you two or you two go and be like, maybe just like check in on Cronus or something. I don't know.
But just for the record,
Aye.
because I think this is going to come up next time we cause trouble, you intentionally got arrested, and you all let Cronus intentionally get arrested for something that didn't even need to involve him getting arrested for. Like, this all could have been sewn up last night.
Well, it was
You
his
could have just
idea,
got him
so-
drunk and then figured out all of this stuff.
What do you want us to do? Tie him up?
Aye.
I
What?
Look like
mean,
criminals
No!
ourselves.
You literally could have just talked to them like you were a criminal. I'm fairly certain half of you are.
Well, I am, but
I
it was Cronus'
Excuse
whole
me.
deal. He had the idea and he didn't ask for help with it, so.
Who the fuck do you think are criminals?
Bart and Cronus. One admitted it. The other worked with stuff we found out in Atlantis. Worked with, and I like lower my voice because I realized I've sort of been shouting.
Yeah. He'll be fine.
Mhm.
We'll check in a few hours. Go and have some nice
I'm not
breakfast. and-
actually worried about him. I'm more concerned that this was your plan to get information. There's not even a surefire way of getting information from it.
It was his idea, and I
Uh-huh.
was. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he thought it would get the little, thugs to trust him.
True.
There's a broken window.
Yeah.
there's
I'm
a
assuming
broken
the
window.
actual plan would have just been both of them got arrested, not break a window and probably
Well,
had a chase
no.
somewhere.
But no, he had to get arrested with them to make it seem like he was on their side.
Yeah, but like, if I'm going to get arrested with somebody, I accidentally make it so that we both get arrested here, not wherever the fuck they may or may not have gotten arrested in.
Yeah, he couldn't really do that. The dude ran away first. And then Cronus gave
Let's
chase.
all be honest. Plans don't go the way we all plan them out to go.
Oh,
It always
exactly.
goes sideways.
Yeah, that's why you improvise. But also,
And you guys weren't
And
expecting
I think that's what he
him
just
to
did.
run.
Cronus is faster than I think almost anyone here except for Bart.
No, he is faster than me.
He could not have caught the other dude, or like, I don't know, accidentally tripped in a narrow hallway.
Well, I mean, it blows your cover if you all of a sudden go chasing after him.
Not if you're running with them, because you assume they have a plan. There are multiple ways to get around that.
It's fine. Nice, clean city like this. There's few places to hide, and I can sniff them out.
It's fair. But also, if you guys are going to end up causing trouble without us, you need to at least do it correctly. It's not as easy as it looks.
I mean,
It really isn't.
this was not half bad. Only a broken window is not too bad. At least for us.
Yeah, but it wasn't like productive trouble, it was just trouble.
I mean, you don't know. You don't know if they're not going to get information or not. They might have darker secrets.
Does this
getting than you
information
think.
Does this information potentially help with what we're planning on doing, or is
Yep.
this just fun information?
It does. It might give us information about who's already there and who's also looking out for that thing that everybody's looking for.
Okay.
So it might
Okay.
give us more insight on who this oh god, where's the name? Dokuro is...
Doomhammer.
Yeah, Doomhammer.
I'm only going to
That
ever
too.
call him Doomhammer because it's such a dumb name.
Doomfist.
Taser
Oh,
face.
Yeah, if I get close to him, I'm gonna make fun of him a lot as I slice into him.
That's literally half of how I hurt people.
But yeah, so
But you
that's...
could have started off by saying it would help us get to Doomhammer.
We got
Yeah,
to it
seriously, your
eventually.
defense for trouble. Essentially, you guys just need to get better at making trouble and then defending it.
Or
I mean, you're around
just...
us long enough. Like,
Nah.
should have picked up something.
Nah. Anywho,
But anyway,
we have...
do we need to go try and find Cronus when he's arrested, or like give it a bit?
Give it a bit.
Oh, yeah.
Give it a few hours.
Said he would get out on his own, had some deal with the guards. If he's not out by nightfall, I'll go fetch him.
Yeah.
If he's not up by nightfall, I want in.
Same.
You know, it might be a one-person job, and Cronus can get out of anywhere pretty much.
I
We've
can turn
seen
us
him
all
run through the
invisible.
shadows, right?
All right. Well, then I'm going to. So you all are going to just hang out here at the end for a little bit, so you hear back from Karnas.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
Jossel's
just
gonna
talking
go
about
to-
Yep.
how this plan could have gone better the whole time.
Joseph's
Lauren's
gonna
gonna
go
I-
find a rug maker or carpet maker or whatever you want to call them.
Oh, yep, definitely. You will be able to pick up those rugs that you had ordered. So you can go ahead and get those. And if you wanted to, you could do that painting idea too, and buy more rugs if you'd like, Josel.
I just need to.
Okay, fair enough. You can go ahead and take care of that as you kind of depart. Take care of your rug business. I'm going to go ahead and take you, Cronus, to another channel, and I guess Manny, I'll bring you there too, and we'll see what's going on in the cell with you. Before I do that, anybody got anything or need anything from me? All right, feel free to continue to roleplay, guys, if you'd like, at the table and discuss things. Hello, hello. Can you guys hear me?
Yep. No, you just muted your mic.
Sorry. All right. So, Curtis, you say watch it yourself for probably about 30 minutes or so. The guards kind of swing by. They've all been kind of tipped off as to what you're trying to do right now. So they approach you, offer you, any kind of, some water and stuff, just to make sure you don't need anything. But they kind of tend to leave you alone because you're trying to keep up this act of this prisoner. So about another hour or so passes, and you'll see the gates that kind of open that you were walked through to get into before you got to your cell, and you'll see Mikkel kind of being drugged, and he's got a few bruises on his face, and you can see that he's really favoriting that ankle that he kind of twisted and when he fell out that window with you. And between that and the wagon, it seems like he's kind of favoring his left side a little bit as he kind of has a slight limp as he kind of enters this area. They put him in a cell adjoining to yours, so neighboring, and just kind of throw him in there, and he kind of falls to the ground and picks himself back up and kind of sits up and assesses his surroundings and then sees you and kind of shocked that he sees you. And he's got he just kind of like has this kind of frustrated look on his face, and then he just kind of goes up to the wall and slumps up against it and just puts his head down between his knees, just kind of defeated, or not between his knees, just like in his elbows on his knees, his head in his hands, and he's just kind of like sitting there looking off, thinking things through, what just happened, and he's already kind of trying to figure his next move out. What do you do?
Pretty much, I would just say, it's kind of funny that we're the two in here.
Funny in what way?
I mean, it's kind of amusing that you three were supposed to meet up. Your two companions decided to stay back. And now me and you are stuck here.
Are you suggesting that? What are you suggesting, or what are you getting at?
I mean, I don't know you, and I don't know them. But the fact is, you showed up, talk about employment, talk about moving, doing the things that we're supposed to do. And the other two were no-shows, decided that they wanted to stay back, and then all of a sudden, guards were all over the fucking place.
He kind of takes the fence at this and stands up. Like it tries to you know how someone tries to fluff themselves out, and push out their chest, and really kind of make themselves larger, like in a self-defense kind of maneuver. But it's kind of short-sailed by his newfound limp in his leg. So as he tries to kind of stand up and puff out, it's quite obvious he reacts to his injured leg, and it's not as imposing as he had hoped. But he will continue to shout at you and say, "What are you accusing me of setting this up?"
No. Why would I accuse you of setting us up? You're sitting here with me.
Are you accusing one of my friends of doing this to the both of us?
I mean, in this line of work, friendship is only a gold piece away. So
he goes, "Ordak would never do that to me. He didn't. He had his he kind of catches himself, but he kind of starts a little bit of the things of his thoughts start to come out of his mouth, and he continues the thought and say, Ordak had a bad feeling about today, so he suggests that him and Tegan would meet us elsewhere to avoid any trouble. Seems like his concern was or very insightful, I guess.
Yeah,
Or
insightful because, that many guards in one place tends to be more of a setup than anything else.
How did they catch you, Doruko? Last I saw you, you were getting away though. How did you they came to your place where you were staying at too. How do I do find it a little surprising to see you in here. I've heard, things of your prowess, and the fact that you have got caught is either very telling of my skills or not very telling of the, how special you are. He's just basically trying to see if, which doesn't make sense. You're basically this person that escaped many prisons, or has a rep for being very skilled mercenary and an enemy of many states.
Mm-hmm. So first, I got caught because the one store rooftop I jumped onto caved in. So I can't account for shoddy craftsmanship.
Well, certainly you've got a plan to get out of here. You've the few times that you have been arrested, it's supposed to be some kind of escape artist. So have you already hatched an idea to get us out of here before we both get the noose? For helping the enemy of Erosia?
How brightly lit is this area? I assume like the inside of a prison's probably not the brightest of places.
It's not like a dungeon prison, so there are some torches placed around the room, but there are pockets of dim light here and there that you could, if that's what you're kind of seeing. But there's no like super dark areas, but there are, it's not a,
All right.
yeah.
So if I wanted to shadow step out of the cell, would that be
Definitely.
possible?
You could find a space to shadow step in this area. Yeah, it's like I'm just trying to say, it's not like some punishing dungeon. It's it's a prison and a kingdom that it's decent holdings. But yeah, there's definitely still going to be dim spots. I mean, this is not like a hall or anything that needs to be well lit.
Okay.
So
yeah. So and then the only reason I'm still here is I needed to make sure who else was going to end up being here. The fact that you're here tells me that I don't have to worry about you. The other two need to answer some questions.
go ahead and roll a persuasion, and go ahead. Let me know what you roll. Oh shoot! I have to get my die roll app up on my phone.
Persuasion. Where the hell is it at? There it is. 17.
Sorry, I haven't used this app in a minute. How do I do the custom modifier? There you go. All right. You said you rolled a 17?
Yep.
This is so interesting because, and I'm not going to tell you, I don't think I should tell you. I don't think I should tell you when you're successful or not. I think I'll make it more fun later on. But this pattern is very cool. So, he'll kind of think to himself, and you see him. He looks around the prison cell. His eyes wander off of you to kind of look. And it looks like he's trying to kind of analyze the cell, look for vulnerabilities, things of that nature. But really, you've got a good beat on him with that delivery, and you can tell that he is actually kind of processing the words you said. He's just kind of looking for some kind of delay to kind of buy him some time before responding. But he's really kind of evaluating his friendships with Gordak and Tegan. Did they really set him up, or is this or is this sort of trust Ordak's gut? He eventually looks back at you and goes, "So what is the plan, Daruk? How do we get out of here so we can meet up with my friends and have them answer these questions for both of us?"
I mean, you are limping, so getting you out of here is not a job I can do by myself.
You are not leaving me here behind, Toruko. I thought you said that I earned your trust.
Yes. And again,
Well, then get me out of
how
here.
in the hell am I supposed to get you out of here? You want me to just hobble your ass down the hallway, past all the guards?
if we can get out of these cells, I'm sure we can sneak our way at least into somewhere to hiding until we can find a safer passage out of the city. You stayed here a lot longer than they thought you had. From what I, some of the guards, it was like you were as a ghost in the city. That you had been no longer here. We were able to find you. So somehow you've been able to find or keep in hiding here.
I mean, that this gives you a little bit of credit at what you're able to do, that you found me.
So then you're going to need me to find my friends. And he's at this point kind of like pleading with you, because you kind of feel it in his voice that he could tell that like he thinks you're going to leave him behind, and not that he's like crying. He's just kind of getting to that point where he's kind of getting frantic, and that he's trying to like, don't leave me behind. We could, I can carry myself, or at least get me out of the cell, and I'll find my own way. I'll be responsible for my own capture. At least give me the choice of freedom, or put the freedom back in my hands for another chance.
Give me a second. And are there like any guards like actively watching our cells?
No, they're kind of giving you space and kind of as they're partly aware of you trying to do your own kind of interrogation.
Mm-hmm. All right, so I'm going to shadow step outside of my cell.
Okay.
And then tell him I will be right back. I'm going to go get you a key so you can try to leave a little later.
Are you lying?
Oh, yes.
Go ahead and roll a deception. And tell me what you roll.
Ooh, not very good. 10.
A 10? Okay.
Well, I don't know if it's like an exact lie. I plan on just, once I'm out of sight, just talk to the guard, tell him to give me a key, and be like, he's going to try to escape in a little bit, and then give him the key back.
Since it's not a complete lie, but it is kind of a lie. It's a setup, Go ahead and roll it at advantage. Like, go ahead and roll it one more time, and we'll see. Because I'll give you it's a more believable lie because you're legitimately gonna get him the key, but it's kind of a lie through omission.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, go ahead and do that.
That's at advantage.
Yeah, just roll it one more time.
Okay, then 5. So
Okay. Roll for him. Here, right, man. He's not that much better of a charisma than you, it seems like. But he does not. He doesn't completely believe what you're saying to him. He
I mean,
rolled enough to be. Yeah, I mean, he can't do anything, but he kind of. You just kind of hear the like. He kind of just swallows his word, and you can see the word kind of forming a lump in his throat, and he just kind of goes to his gut because he's just kind of stuck here, and he can't really do anything besides kind of plead to you or say, "Okay, Dorudo, go give me the key." But when he says it so to the point, you just hear it like he kind of doesn't really believe you're going to come back with the key, or he just doesn't 100% believe you. Like he's kind of resolving to that you're not really going to help him out.
Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna like sneak out of the hallway that I'm in, and then once I'm out of sight, pretty much find one of the guards.
Okay. Yeah, you could find them easy enough.
Be like, give me a key for his cell, and then I need to talk to your captain real quick.
The guard looks at you very confused, like, wait, you're giving him the key to get out?
Yes, he's going to try to sneak out, but I'm going to tell him to wait like an hour to where you guys will notice that I'm gone, and the guards may be a little. He may think the guards may be a little busy looking for me, when in fact that you guys are just waiting on him.
Okay. He'll kind of call over to a guard that's obviously ranks higher a little bit him, and just say, you get the key, and then he'll kind of run this past him real quick, and he'll just kind of begrudgingly nod to an agreement that that will say, and talk to him that we'll be on guard, double duty to make sure that we get the key back. So he will give you the key, and then you can do with it as you wish.
Yeah. The one that gave me the key, I'm going to tell him to. Once I walk away, go ahead and get the captain and have him wait there for me.
Wait, where do you want the captain to wait?
Pretty much where these guys are.
Okay. He'll nod, and he'll go on looking for the captain then.
And then I will take the key back. But on my way back, like once I'm approaching that hallway, I'm gonna make it act like I'm a little stealthy again.
Okay. All right. You're like crouching and walking through the hallway. You're just kind of watching your steps as you kind of return back to the cells. And he seems relieved that you're back, and he kind of like surprised that you came back. He wasn't really sure if you were. And he goes, gee, did you get it?
Yeah, I'm gonna hand the key to him. And then
okay.
Tell him, be like, wait an hour. Wait for them to notice that I'm gone. And then you should be able to sneak out of here, because the guards should be focused on trying to find me.
Okay. If that's what you think is best, and go ahead and make another deception check.
Ooh,
This
21.
time just straight. Okay. All right. And his last parting words is a kind of a thankful nod, and he'll say, once I am free from this place, where do you want me to find you again?
Mythanor.
You are going to the stronghold of Mythanor. That's quite a dangerous place, don't you think, for us to be heading to? I thought you knew a safer passage into the crags that would avoid the military of Sunos.
I mean, it's gonna be like a small handful of people. It's not like we're moving a massive army through.
Yes, but they letting citizens into Mythanor right now. I thought it was only the army and those in defense of the pass.
Nah,
Are
there's ways
you? I might just be falling behind in Taruko. I do not think I have the skills to sneak into a stronghold, a place built for keeping the people they want in. I will do my best.
I'll be honest, if you can get out of here with that busted up leg, then I have some faith that you can find your way in.
He winks at you. He goes, they did not do a very good searching on that booking. No worries, Taruko. I will meet you again in Mythanor.
And I'm going to kind of just shadow vamp my way down the hall. Make it look as mystical as I can, I guess.
Okay.
and then head back to where the hopefully the captain's waiting.
Okay. And the captain has arrived there.
So pretty much, that guy there thinks he's going to get out of here in an hour. There should be 2 other ones, but they thought there was something not right about the meeting, and so it's up to you. You can let him think he sneaks out of here in an hour, and follow him back to his friends, or you can just catch him as he tries to leave.
The captain will agree, and he says, "I want some men going down that hall every 15 minutes on patrol." I don't know if that might give it away that we're on to them. But we definitely will need to set up a
Yeah,
patrol.
he thinks the guards are gonna be a little more active because you guys are gonna notice that I'm gone.
Indeed, we'll go ahead and set up a patrol then, and send someone down. We will make sure that he doesn't leave. He does not get away too far before we capture him again. With that gimp leg, I don't think he will have much of a choice.
That's why I was thinking it may not be a bad idea to just follow him to where his companions are, and then grab the other 2.
Thank you for helping us clear the city of even more mercenaries that we seem to keep having seep into these walls.
Yeah.
They're trying to find a way to get in here and disrupt us from the inside. Thank you very much. And he will. It will be the first time any of the elves in the city have really kind of reached out to shake your hand, Cronus. They, again, very, very kind of elves have been very kind of distanced towards you and their treatment towards you. So this will be a first kind of like acknowledgement of gratitude for helping them kind of capture more mercenaries in the city.
Yep. I will shake his hand.
Yep.
And pretty much ask which way in that to get the hell out of here.
As you're going, kind of heading out to get, he will you'll see someone kind of approach you from one of the guard and handing you a coin purse of 100 gold pieces for the for your assistance in reporting in the arrest of one of these mercenaries. The captain said to go ahead and honor the bounty that we had out when the mercenaries were first kind of entering the city. It kind of has been, removed since we thought the Ruko had already fled, but it seems like his contacts still linger. So the captain felt it right to go ahead and honor the old bounty, and she'll hand it to you, and you can add 100 gold pieces to your purse.
He'll just tell him to go give it to like the city's orphanage or something.
And they'll nod, and say, "Very gracious of you," and she will respect your wishes. All right, so you are welcome to make yourself or go back to the tavern where you guys are staying, if that's what you like to do, or where would you like to go next?
Yeah, I'll probably go back to the tavern. Just
Okay. Let's move us back up there, and Lorna, if you're still listening, you can move back up there too. Cronus, can you move yourself back up there?
yeah.
Okay.
Welcome back.
All right. So it's been a few hours, and you guys have been nibbling on some snacks and appetizers, those that are nervously eating, and some of you are keeping yourself busy other ways as you kind of wait for news or word of your friend Cronus. About 3 hours have gone by, and you'll see a familiar face, Cronus, re-entering the tavern and approaching your table. What would you all like to do?
offer him a drink. It's been a while. Everything go okay?
I mean,
You're alive?
went on a hell of a police run, but
Prison
Yeah.
changes you. Are you okay?
oh yeah, no, I'm fantastic.
You sure you're good?
Insight check. No, I'm good.
I mean,
You'll
no,
be
I think the goal of the whole thing went down the way it should have.
okay.
Were they captured?
The one was, two of them didn't think that the meeting wasn't legit or something like that, so they wanted to stay back. So I waited in the cell. He showed up. I put a little bit of doubt into whether or not his friends are actually his friends, considering that me and him were the ones there.
Mm.
Gave me key to his cell. Then I turned around and told the guards that he was planning on escaping. And then that way if he does get out of there, it'll kind of be like they'll think that I'm still this guy. Like there's not going to be doubt there. So it might be
Okay.
useful later on.
I guess.
Okay. But did you learn anything other than you're very good at convoluted plans?
I mean, sometimes you got to set stuff up for the future.
So is that a no?
So this guy is the mercenary leader, I guess.
Uh-huh.
And the fact is they think I'm this guy.
Mm-hmm.
And so now I set it up to where 3 other people have actually seen me.
Uh-huh.
And one of them at least thinks it's me. That later on in the future, it might be something useful, especially since we're going after these people. That if he manages to get out
If.
and he meets up with other people, no, that's whatever. That's on him. He got caught in the first place, so
Yeah, that's my point.
it's win-win. It's they either catch the mercenaries and they're you don't have to deal with them anymore, or they get out and they spread these false things about their leader that I'm actually their leader. It could be useful.
I feel like this plan is oversold in your absence.
I mean, none of them really knew what was going on. I just told them to go sit at the table and I was going to get arrested this morning.
It's
Yes.
true.
But also I thought you were going to learn something. Instead, you may have laid groundwork for something that may or may not come to fruition because it relies on 3 people, one of which who's kind of a dumbass, and the other 2 are slightly smarter, but also don't know anything yet.
Sometimes that you got to lay the foundation to get started.
I did learn that they were regrouping at the Snuggly Duckling, but I think you learned that on the run. I don't know if you learned that in the run or in the prison cell. I can't remember now.
It was on the run because I even told the guard.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yep. Never mind.
Cool. So then what's the plan now? Is someone else getting arrested, or
I mean, the night's still young.
I mean,
that wasn't a dare?
That wasn't a dare.
But also, don't we have like Doom and Gloomhammer and whatnot to deal with?
It's Mr. Doomhammer to you.
I will say it to his face.
and his captain, his second in command, Razor or Taser Face.
Please let his second in command be named that.
oh.
Oh man. All right. but yes, it's early afternoon. I mean, not like super early. It's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. What would you guys like to do? Your original idea was to head out in the morning, head out north towards, I think, Mythanor, but things have kind of changed. Do you guys want to spend a few more days here in Sunos, or what would you guys like to do with the remainder of your afternoon?
I
Is the
mean,
rugs done or?
Yeah, you
Um,
ordered that during your downtime yesterday. I just retconned when everyone was doing the shopping that you did that yesterday. You placed that order,
but
so you'll have those.
Right.
Cronus.
Uh-huh.
So the original plan for this convoluted get arrested stuff was find out information about the merch, right?
Potentially. Also to set up a foothold where I might have a mistaken identity within them.
You know you could still do that, right? There are two people who still think you are the guy.
Have doubts.
Yeah, they're the ones that have doubts.
They
But
might.
also the guards know that they can also be like, hey, Dokuro got escaped from jail.
Exactly. Not that these
So-
guys are going to talk to guards, but say the meeting was a test and the buddy failed, but the other two didn't. Because you want the best mercenaries for what you're doing, yeah? So if you go take them, then A, we have two people following us, and you could lay more groundwork for a mercenary thing. Might even actually be able to build us an army.
To be honest, I really don't want to babysit two mercenaries. Because
yeah.
if they have doubt in me already, and I have to act like that all the time,
That's exhausting.
There is one more thing that you did learn about, or kind of the gist of is that they did not seem to about the whole Mythanor conversation, and they were about the other kind of the way the where you guys wanted to meet.
yeah.
I don't know if you wanted to share anything like that, but yeah, that was the only other thing. But that's up to you to share if you'd like.
Yeah, they also mentioned that he was asking where should he meet us at if when he gets out of his cell. I told him that we were heading to Mythanor, and he was all flustered over that one. So apparently there's another way that he was expecting to go to get around Mythanor.
And that way is?
I mean, he doesn't know the way. That's why he was asking me to take him there.
But yeah, so essentially, he was looking for Daruko to figure out how to find the way, like a passage around Mythanor, some other way into through the crags and behind enemy lines without going through the stronghold of Mythanor.
Okay.
Oh, I'm thinking we could probably head up to Mythanor, ask them about if they know of any passage that there might be.
Mm-hmm.
If they do and they haven't been blocking it, what the fuck are they there for?
They're blocking the big opening. They're not worried about the little tiny opening.
A bunch of mercenaries are going through. Why are they not worried about the tiny opening?
Because the big opening is what's stopping Orcs from coming down here.
Yeah, and the tiny one is getting them reinforcements.
I mean, you're not wrong. They could have really bad infantry and their own army. So like, but also, you guys are good with like talking to people in the city. We could talk to somebody in the city and see what like they might know something. I don't know. I don't really have connections other than back home, so.
Okay, explain what you were trying to explain, but with more words and what actually you want the two of us that are good at talking to people to do.
Well, Bart might be able to use is semi-criminal background to talk to people and see there might be some openings there.
So you want us to find out what not Cronus is actually planning to take people?
Yes, but when we're in Mythanord, because it might be through some hidey hole in the city. So maybe talk to some sketchy people there. I don't know.
So do we have any immediate plans in the city, or are we leaving?
I mean, I'm good to go.
I mean, considering my alter ego right now is supposed to be a fugitive on the run, I should probably not be seen too much.
Probably.
Anybody else need anything while we're still here?
Oh, how long was Cronus in jail for? Silent.
It took about 2 to 3 hours, the whole kind of run, holding the other prisoner getting caught. So, yeah, it's about 3 in the afternoon, so 3 p.m.
Was that
Oh,
enough time
jeez.
for me to theoretically gone to a magic shop and gotten a scroll?
If you think that Anika would have headed there while waiting for Cronus to return, then yes, there would totally be enough time. But that's up to you to decide if you think
Oh,
that's
yeah.
something that Anika would do.
I'm not
Okay.
actually worried about Cronus. He could break himself out of jail.
Yeah, I'd go with
Fine.
her, and that's where I'd pick up the Guardian emblem as well.
Okay. You guys would
I'll
definitely have time to do all that.
Yeah, I'll text you the scroll later.
Oh yeah. What's the scroll level?
Most likely, if I could get scrying, if not, it would be sending. So,
What level of scrying?
Scrying is
it is
Is that
fifth.
fifth?
Yeah.
Fifth? What's rarity is fifth level scrolls rated at?
Mm.
I have it
I
right
have to
here.
look at the chart.
Fifth is rare.
Fifth is rare. Okay. Yeah, they would definitely have it. It's going to be probably really expensive. I'm not looking at my pricing sheet right now. But I'll get that between now and next session for you.
Mhm.
Okay. Anybody else want to do anything during that downtime where Cronus was a man behind the bars?
Lorna would like to buy something from behind the bar that they're currently at. She'll probably get a few things to drink on the road.
Okay. You want to buy like a couple of casks or just a couple skins filled and stuff or how you?
I'll get a couple of skins filled and maybe like one tiny flask or tiny cask.
Okay. Yeah, you could definitely do that, and it would probably cost you only around 5 gold.
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay. All right. Josel, you got your rugs. I already gave you the pricing for that rug. Do you want to share with the group what these rugs look like or what these rugs are? Or do you want to save or is that something that you're keeping private for the time being?
He's going to hand a rug to Cronus and a rug to Bart, since they are typically the sneaky ones. So they'll most likely be the ones that will scout and stuff. These rugs are 3 feet by 4 feet, and they have little pictures on them in a grid fashion. On one part of the rug, it has like different races, like a gnome, halfling, dwarf, elf, human, orc, goblin, hobgoblin, bugbear, tiefling, dragonborn, and kobold. And there's another section of like animals: dog, cat, horse, ox, pig, bird, fish, spider, bug, bear, not bugbear, but bug and bear, deer, crocodile, snake. And then there's like basic colors: black, gray, white, blue, purple, green, yellow, orange, red, brown, so on and so forth. There's like a sun, a moon. There's like a shield, a sword, a bow and arrow, a book, what looks like little footprints, a gate, a wall, a crown, a skull. Has like a silhouette of a person flexing. Another picture of a person that's sprinting. And then there's like the numbers 1, 2, 3, and then there's like what looks like little crowds of people that gets bigger and bigger as the list gets gets higher. There's an elemental section where there's like water, fire. There's a rock, a lightning bolt, ice.
Oh wow. Okay, so well, I just thought you were going to do a lot of like
it's
separate rugs.
like tiny
all
little
these different
pieces.
Symbols.
So
So
what?
I thought you were going to do each like symbol on a different rug. So you're doing all these symbols on 2 rugs.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I think what we'll do, I'll create a character or an item card for it, and that way you can just like list them out. Could you do the artwork for that? Just so we like are a visual thing, because we have so we can like have it all listed somewhere, so we can. Cause I would not be able to retain that.
Anyway, it's basic information where Ichabod will be able to relay information to like either Cronus or Bart that may have separated from the party. Ichabod can like get like a stick and like point at different images to get like a general idea of what he saw and stuff, like how many people, if there's like a guard posted, what race they are, what they look, a basic description of what they look like, and so on and so forth.
That's adorable.
I'm
It's
so
picture
confused.
cards.
Wait, how does this work?
I see
So-
one flaw with your plan. That carpet weighs about as much as Bart does.
It could be like a light tapestry, like a quilt, rather than a.
Full on
I mean,
carpet.
3x4 ain't that big. I mean,
No, that too.
Yeah, but remember when we had to row back from Tortuga? I did the rowing.
yeah. Well,
I would say you could probably carry the rug, but something so ornately decorated, that could have some bearing. But I think that's something that you could roll up while you're running between trees and stuff, and then unroll whenever you wanted. But I'm not understanding exactly what you plan on doing. But before we get, I would love to, if you don't mind, if we're gonna probably call it here for a night. And I know some people have hard stops.
Yeah.
I know, of course, you have to get going for work. So thanks for an awesome night, man. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a good time. I'll talk to you later, I'm sure. But if you guys would love to keep talking about this, I really kind of want to understand what your plan is with the rugs, because it sounds cool. I just want to get on board.
So like
it's
those
for Ichabod to communicate with
real
Bart
quick.
and
I'll talk to y'all later.
Cronus.
later.
Alright.
It's like a bigger version of those speech boards for those who are nonverbal.
Yeah.
So it has like pictures and stuff, so Ichabod can communicate what he saw, because a bird can't talk.
So how is the bird going to communicate what he saw?
He's gonna
He
like
points
peck
to
at
the
it.
picture on the rug.
So I don't understand what the point is with Bart
Because
and Cronus.
so
he
they're
can
gonna,
tell those two because they're the ones most likely scouting ahead.
I see.
because
Now, can the
Josel won't be able to get
familiar
out there.
understand other creatures though? Besides,
can-
Josel?
That's why
Like,
he's gonna
can
point.
he hear?
Well,
and
yeah.
no,
can
it's one-way communication. It's him communicating to them, not the other way around.
Okay, he's going to scout ahead for them.
But then
I
also,
see.
yeah,
And then come back to
theoretically-
report to Bart and Cronus that they're scouting ahead on their own. Ichabod will work with them. I see what you're saying. I got it. I'm on board. That's awesome and adorable.
Oh yeah.
Cool. Well, those are probably the cheapest, most useful items you've ever. That's awesome. I would really like to see like a grid, or if you ever have the time, Josel or Howard, to put that together. I'd like to see that. But
It may
I'll
take me a
create
while.
you- yeah, I'll get you an item card at least, so that way you can at least list all the shapes you're planning on putting on there. But I would just put in the top part before the list to say, in general, it's going to be communicate basic information. Yeah, but we'll have to have some kind of context of how many images you could fit on there, because
Dude.
Yeah.
Okay. You gave me an idea, Josel. I'm scrapping making the 3D model of your cart because I do quilting as well. Okay, I'm not gonna delete it, but I do
She's putting it on the
quilting.
back burner.
It's on the back burner because quilting. Oh, I could make a quilt like that. I could make like the physical
That
quilt.
sounds awesome.
That's a lot of because these are like a lot of
Like-
tiny little images,
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Yeah.
did you just listen to half of the stuff
Yes,
he
I did.
mentioned?
and
I
I didn't
did.
list all of
And
it.
he's not done.
No, I know. It's gonna take me till we finish this fucking game to make it, but I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, like 3 years from now.
Yeah, I know. You know what? It'll cause me to play less D&D, which I need right now.
I just like how things planned out tonight. I thought you guys would already be a Mythanor tonight by the end of the night. You guys kind of
I
surprised
thought
me.
so too.
Well, 'cause, like,
Honestly, yeah. And then we get back, it's like, wait, you did what? And we learned, huh?
I didn't understand, or I thought we were, or I didn't understand. Well, I didn't. It's not that I didn't understand. I totally got it. I was just like unexpected, so I didn't really have a like. Well, what's going to happen next? I guess they're going to go back to their where they've been staying. So that was something, but that kind of threw the group off, and that was a weird dynamic, because then half the group was like, I don't think this sounds right. Like, this is weird. Time's of the essence, and we're being told to come back later. So that kind of was
It's more
odd
of
for them.
Yeah, okay, we're coming back later, but like, you got something useful, right? Well, no.
Eh.
At least we did not cause the trouble this time.
No, I think you guys did. I mean, you did learn about a rendezvous point. Is a point of interest that you would be interested in pursuing. So it's not completely. It didn't come out completely empty-handed. It's just some persuasion roles and some trust issues along the conversation way kind of led us through an interesting discussion. So yeah, I mean, it was a lot of fun though.
It was,
I-
definitely. Oh my goodness.
I like chase scenes like that. That's always fun.
Mm-hmm.
I like when Cronus like just shoves people into stuff.
With the fucking nat 22.
Yeah. Well, guys, I hope you all had fun tonight. I will see you all next week. Just so I have a heads up to where you guys are thinking of heading next. Are you guys thinking of heading to Mythanor next?
Yes.
Or are you guys thinking about going to, I'm not looking at the map, Nistelnor for Taos,
No.
where he's currently kind of lording over it right now? Okay.
I think we had the idea before, but now that we know that there's kind of like people heading to get that seed, we need to go to Mythanor first, and then we'll pop back by Tal's Tower, maybe.
I mean, yeah.
Gotcha.
Anika's also like, wait, if I can do that, what do we need this stuck-up wizard asshole for?
Mm-hmm. Wait, if you can do what?
We were gonna go to Tal so that we could find more of the keys, right?
Yeah.
But if I get a key, then there's a
True.
potential that I can do that.
True. Yes.
Because your keys said so.
That is true.
Yes, the keys did say that.
Yes, Anika has a special bond with her brief time in the Vale, where she was snuck away from you for a little bit.
Yeah.
Which I really don't know if there's much negative effects.
I
Other
think
than a
it
little
will-
PTSD.
I think I think it's something that's a brewing. So
Got it.
it's not so much on this plane, but it sounds like you guys are going to another plane to find one of the keys. So maybe
Enjoy.
now the planes are going to start blending and becoming a thing, or more of a thing, I guess. Maybe it will get a little bit more topsy-turvy.
Oh, great.
We'll see what happens.
Yes.
All right. Well, guys, I'm hopping off again. Thanks.